In any world, real or imagined, certain things hold value. These can be tangible goods like food, tools, or precious metals, or they can be intangible like services, knowledge, or even influence within a society. Currency, in its many forms, acts as a physical representation of this value. It allows for the exchange of goods and services in a standardized, efficient way. Understanding what gives currency value is paramount in navigating the bustling marketplaces of fantasy worlds. Is it the weight of a gold coin, the stamp of an emperor, or the promise of a powerful guild that dictates its worth? The value of a currency is fluid, ebbing and flowing with the tides of supply and demand, political stability, and even environmental factors. A famine could see the price of grain skyrocket, devaluing a currency's purchasing power. The discovery of a new silver mine could flood the market, making each coin worth less. Whether you're a seasoned merchant, a curious traveler, or a budding world builder, grasping the forces that shape currency value is essential for navigating the economic landscapes of any realm. Certain currencies derive their value from the materials they are made of. This is known as intrinsic value. Precious metals like gold, silver, and platinum have been highly sought after for centuries, prized for their rarity, beauty, and durability. Gold, with its warm luster and resistance to corrosion, has been a cornerstone of currencies for millennia. A gold coin doesn't just represent wealth, it is wealth. It can be melted down, crafted into jewelry, or traded across distant lands, holding its value throughout. Similarly, silver, more common than gold but still precious, often serves as a secondary currency. Silver coins, smaller denominations of value, facilitate everyday transactions. Imagine a bustling market stall where silver coins clink as merchants trade bolts of silk and baskets of fragrant spices. However, the intrinsic value of a currency can be both a blessing and a curse. While it provides a tangible measure of worth, it also ties the currency's fate to the availability and perceived value of the underlying material. Not all currencies are backed by the weight of precious metals. Some derive their value from a different source, trust. This is the principle behind fiat currency, a system where the value of money is decreed by a governing entity, be it a king, a council, or a republic. Instead of coins minted from gold or silver, fiat currencies often utilize paper notes or other materials that hold little intrinsic value. Their worth is derived from the promise of the issuing authority that they can be used to pay taxes, settle debts, and facilitate trade within their domain. The success of a fiat currency depends heavily on the stability and trustworthiness of the issuing authority. A kingdom racked by civil war, or a government known for its corruption, will find its currency rapidly losing value, as trust in its ability to honor its promises erodes. However, when managed effectively, fiat currencies offer flexibility and control that metal-backed systems lack. Governments can adjust the money supply to stimulate growth, manage inflation, and respond to economic crises. The bustling port city of Luthadel was a symphony of commerce. Ships laden with spices, silks, and strange artifacts arrived daily, their holds bursting with goods from distant lands. The local currency, silver waves stamped with the image of a leaping dolphin, flowed freely. Meanwhile, the mountain kingdom of Galandor, famed for its skilled artisans and impenetrable walls, faced a crisis. Their silver mines, the source of their mountain mark coins, had run dry. The once common coins became scarce, hoarded by anxious citizens. A simple trade caravan journey between the two cities revealed the stark reality of their contrasting fortunes. The merchants of Luthadel, accustomed to the stability of their waves, scoffed at the now scarce mountain marks offered for their wares. In Galandor, the few remaining silver coins commanded exorbitant prices, leaving the populace struggling to afford basic necessities. This tale highlights the delicate balance of currency value. What happens when a currency, once deemed stable, is struck by unforeseen circumstances? How do societies adapt when the measure of their wealth is called into question? Section 5, the Merchants' Exchange, setting up currency trading posts. In a world teeming with diverse nations and cultures, each with its own unique currency, the need for exchange and trade is paramount. This is where currency traders, those masters of arbitrage and exchange rates, come into play. Imagine bustling trading posts strategically located along major trade routes or in cosmopolitan cities. Traders, fluent in the languages of commerce and finance, set up their stalls, their fingers dancing over tables laden with coins from distant lands. These traders act as intermediaries, buying and selling currencies based on a complex web of factors: the perceived stability of a kingdom, the availability of precious metals, even rumors of war or bountiful harvests. However, this world of currency exchange is not without its perils. Counterfeit coins, unscrupulous traders, and fluctuating exchange rates are ever-present risks that can make or break a merchant's fortune. Section 6. The perils of speculation, mistrust and manipulation in trading. While currency trading can be a legitimate and profitable endeavor, it can also be a breeding ground for speculation, mistrust and outright manipulation. Rumors and whispers can hold as much power as gold itself, influencing the flow of currency and the fortunes of entire nations. Imagine a rumor spreading through the crowded taverns and marketplaces, whispers of a looming war, or a blight affecting a kingdom's silver mines. These whispers, whether true or fabricated, can send ripples through the currency market. Skilled speculators, masters of information manipulation, might buy up large quantities of a currency rumored to rise in value, creating an artificial demand. Conversely, they might spread rumors to devalue a currency, selling their holdings before the inevitable crash. These practices erode trust in the system, making it difficult to discern genuine economic trends from the manipulations of the greedy and ambitious. Section 7. Empires and economies, the unseen hand of politics on currency. The value of a currency is rarely isolated from the political realities of the world it inhabits. Wars, treaties, alliances, and the ambitions of rulers all cast long shadows on the trading floors and counting houses. A kingdom embroiled in a costly war might find itself debasing its currency, mixing base metals with silver or gold to stretch its dwindling treasury. This desperate measure, while providing a short-term solution, erodes trust in the currency, leading to inflation and economic instability. Conversely, a wise and benevolent ruler might invest in infrastructure, promote trade, and establish a reputation for stability and justice. These actions inspire confidence in their currency, attracting foreign investment and fostering economic prosperity. Understanding the intricate dance between politics and economics is crucial for anyone seeking to navigate the complex world of currency trading. Section 8. Beyond gold and silver, the future of value in a changing world. As societies evolve, so too will their concepts of value and the systems they use to represent it. What new forms of currency might emerge in a world where magic is real, where ancient artifacts hold untold power, or where knowledge itself is the most sought-after commodity? Imagine a world where magical crystals imbued with potent energy become the lifeblood of commerce. These crystals, mined from dangerous and remote locations, could power magical devices, fuel spells, and even grant access to hidden realms. Or perhaps in a world where information is power, access to ancient libraries, secret societies, or the whispered prophecies of oracles might become the ultimate form of currency. The ability to predict the future, to uncover lost knowledge, or to wield the power of forgotten magic could far surpass the value of any material wealth. As we delve deeper into the realms of fantasy and imagination, the possibilities for currency systems are as boundless as the worlds we create. Section 9. Creating a currency system, a step-by-step guide for fantasy worlds. Crafting a believable and engaging currency system is an essential element of world building. Here's a step-by-step guide to get you started. First, determine the basics. Choose the primary form of currency, metal-backed fiat or something more exotic. Decide on the base unit of currency like a gold crown or a silver stag and its subdivisions. Next, establish context. Consider the history, culture, and technological level of your world. How have these factors influenced the development of their currency? Then, create visuals, design distinctive coins, banknotes, or other tokens. Incorporate symbols, materials, and craftsmanship that reflect the world's aesthetic. After that, establish exchange rates between different currencies within your world. taking into account factors like rarity, trade routes, and political relationships. Finally, incorporate realism. Don't be afraid to introduce elements like inflation, speculation, counterfeiting, and political influence to add depth and complexity to your system. Remember, the currency system of your world should feel like an organic part of its fabric, reflecting its history, its values, and the daily lives of its inhabitants.